retarded. Excuse me. On the right and burn. How'd that talk go, Jay?
Oh man, it went great, man. The dude is from New Zealand.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's from New Zealand, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's very intrigued and interested. We definitely got a lot of, like Mary was saying, we're getting a lot of traction with them, and he definitely want to be a judge, and he can definitely help with partnering with us. So it went really well. So we're definitely gonna follow up with him probably like in a couple weeks.
Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. All right. Looks like we got people trickling in the Stock Talk room. How you doing, Chancellor? Welcome back, brother.
Thank you. I'm a day early.
Man, hey, Brian, look, Chance, yesterday he was like, Link. I was like, it's coming, but it clearly wasn't yesterday. Look.
Yeah, he was a day early. He was ready to talk about some stocks, you know what I mean? He's ready to talk some stocks.
Yeah, he was definitely ready.
Mm-hmm.
What's the music?
We miss you, Chancellor, man. You was our resident OG. We missed you on the last talk, you know what I mean?
Man, my bad. All I got is kids.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we were actually looking at a house during that time.
Oh, okay. Trying to, but an investment or just new house, relocating from your current spot.
Definitely a relocation. We need more space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What did my man Tobey and Lugway say? My wife doesn't need diamonds; she needs acres.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Chance, where are you at? Are you like southeast or are you north?
Escondido right now.
Where's that?
Escondido.
Oh, Escondido. Okay, so up north. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's hot up there too.
Yeah.
It is. Sold my old house a couple years ago, and I'm really missing my pool right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What you looking at in terms of the stocks, man? What's been a hot play for you?
So right now, I'm looking at the. I'm still kicking myself twice still for Tesla.
Oh yeah, twice over.
Yes, but in the medical arena, I'm still looking at the big names, the big players, because a lot of these smaller companies are probably going to lose out because they don't have the manufacturing capability. So government's really just basically going to take it over and give those manufacturing deals over to the larger companies. So they're gonna win-win when the vaccine is produced, even if they don't produce it. If they don't discover it or make it, they're still gonna win.
It's crazy, man, right? Because as long as you've been in it, and even myself, I've been trying to trade for like 10, 12 years. Like the common, how it used to be, I guess, this company wouldn't be who they were if you followed the traditional, model of looking at a business and investing in them, and if you just look at the numbers, right? But
right,
everything is just speculation, crazy, just.
I think there's really a big the traditional way of looking at stocks and the relationship to the consumer, I think is really gone right now, and it's becoming more divergent because there's enough wealthy people in this country to support the stock market, and we're seeing that poor people don't buy stocks. So that lower 50% has no, they could be out of jobs and everything else. As you can see, the stock market really doesn't care.
Don't care about nothing right now. It's saving us right now a little bit, you know. It's kind of saving us as economy with everything shut down and businesses and people not working. A lot of people are making money right now. A lot of people are putting money in the stock and riding the waves, you know.
Yeah, but here again, you look at yourself and think about where you are socially and economically, and people that are living on trying to make $50,000 work for a family of four.
Yeah.
So.
On your comment, the average person cannot afford to be in the stock market. It's not that many people that are in it. I heard it was only like 15% of the population in the stock market.
Yes.
That's good news. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. But you know, they're starting. I think that's what's kind of contributing though to the wave. There's articles about that, about millennials and everybody that's, you know, really kind of causing a lot of the shift and the swing and everything as well. So, you know, Jay, what stock do you got, man? What stock play you got in the medical stock?
Yeah, I was looking at a few of them. One of them is called Grifols, Griffolls. Look at Mecca. Flexing over there, man. I see
Turn
you.
up. Turn up. Let's get these stocks going.
Yeah.
Greetings, my brothers and sister.
But Grifols. I was looking at them. They closed today at $18.62. And the thing about them, they're obviously one of the pharmaceutical companies that are trying to, you know, find a cure for COVID-19. So they develop, they manufacture and distribute, it says like a range of biological medicines on plasma-derived proteins. So, you know, I thought that was pretty interesting. You know, their market cap is around 20 billion. So clearly, you know, they've been around for a while. They got a lot of money. And for only trading for about like around $18, and their high was back in February, which is like $25. So even though that, you know, there's a pretty kind of high stock, just with the developing stuff that they're doing, I feel like it's a good look. So, yeah, so I guess like back in March, you know, when the whole COVID thing went down, their shares only decreased by like 8%. So I feel like with them, it's kind of like a hold. And then, yeah, so I guess that's just one of the stocks.
What's the name of that company?
So it's called Grifols, Griffolls, but the tag is what is it? Let me spell that. GRFS. Yeah, GRFS. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a pretty interesting stock. I don't know, just kind of looking at these stocks, honestly, kind of gets really scientific, you know. It's like, all right, what, you know, healing the blood cells, and then this other stock that I looked into was actually, it's called a Durec. It is a pretty low stock, so their tag is DRRX, and they closed today at around like $2.17. But what they're gearing towards is healing, you know, COVID-19 patients that have kidney injury or acute liver. So I thought that was pretty interesting that a lot of the patients are, you know, that's been inside hospitals is related to that. So and right now they're in like phase 2 of a trial of trying to find this pharmaceutical. It's called it's called DUR 928, and that phase is supposed to help patients, you know, with those injuries. So, you know, if it goes pretty well, I mean, that could be a stock that can really launch out. The high for them was about $3.50, but, you know, that's a pretty cheap stock, I thought. And I don't know, just thinking about it, I was like, wow, like patients, you know, with liver problems and with protein sales, I mean, all that stuff in order to fight the virus, I think comes into play. So those were the two stocks I was looking into.
Good play. Ones I've been watching. Damn, that was a good analysis too, Jay. But
Hey.
one of the stocks I've been watching lately is Sereno Therapeutics, and I think their stock ticker is SRNE. So it's a really low value. I don't say low value, but it's like $7 a share. I want to say it was about $5 a share like last week or so. So obviously it's a smaller stock, so it's not going to move, you know, $10 a day or whatnot like some of the bigger stocks. But I've been tracking it over the last week. I bought it in the stock talk game. And every day, even today, if you go on there and look, I think it was up like 6% today. I feel like every day it's been going up like 6%, 5%. So I think they were one of the they're one of the companies that's working on the vaccine or maybe the antibiotics, the antibody test for the COVID. And I think they're based here out of San Diego as well for the bonus, Jim. But yeah, Sereno Therapeutics has been just running kind of strong. Even I don't know why. Like I said, I haven't got a chance to get that Jayton analysis, but obviously they're doing something that is bringing in a lot of attention and obviously opportunities for growth. So Sereno Therapeutics is a good stock. It's only $7 a share. I think it's at its 52-week high or not. So sometimes you got to be careful with that if a stock is at its peak. But $7, not too bad, right? You can buy 4 or 5 shares for 35, 30, 40 bucks, and that was the bar you couldn't go to last weekend because of COVID. Anybody else have some plays they want to bring? It's like we got a smaller group in here today, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody's at the beach.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's at the beach. Everybody's.
What's going on at the beach today?
I don't know. Black
Be in
Thursday.
blue water.
Huh?
Blacks don't go to the beach. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
On the other
I've
coast,
missed some opportunities over the last 2 weeks. Let's see. There's a pharmaceutical company called Novavax. I don't know if it was in this group that people talked about it, and I've been like literally pinching myself. Novavax looks like it's done some good things of late. Let me check. It's NVAX is off the top of my head is what it is. Let me see what they're about.
Mecca, it seemed like you miss all the stock. Tell me the ones you hit on, man. Every time you talk about how you done missed one. What you done hit on?
Well, actually, I guess let me tell you what I have not missed.
Okay.
I'll tell you some of the ones I've not missed. I feel like I did good on like this past week, but I did make a mistake. I don't know what I was thinking. I bought Hertz, which is a company that I know, rental car company that's in bankruptcy. So, their 52-week high was quite high. I don't know, 50, 40, and then they were down to like 3. I said, let me buy. And as everyone knows, it's around $1 now. That stock is probably worth 25 cents. So that'll be a good table stopper or something. But the stock I was thinking of is, you guys have probably heard of, is NIO, N-I-O. They are sort of like the Chinese Tesla is what I think. They are making electric cars over there, and their last 4 days are impressive. Their last 3 weeks are impressive. Their last 12 weeks are impressive. Let's see. 30 days ago, it was around $5. Now the stock is up to 15. 3 months ago, the stock was around $3. And of course, 90 days ago, it was around 5. So in the last 90 days, they're up 400%. So that NIO has been really good. And of course, their counterpart in the US, Tesla, is doing amazing. So speaking of missing, Brian, just like 6 days ago, I was telling myself, man, I need to buy Tesla, just something to have and just hold for a really long time. And Then I was like, it's like 1,000. It's like 900 or whatever. Way too high. I'm not sure if I got the numbers right, but Tesla, wow, they've been on a major moonshot. There was a young lady on one of the last calls that talked about Vivint Solar. And I was really impressed the way she broke it down. That was the stock talk that we had. That was a huge group. I feel like it was 30 people on that stock talk. Vivint, I think she bought it 2 or 3 and it was at 9 and Vivint is at 15 right now, you know. So Vivint has been quite active, good daily volume, etc. I'll pause. There's 2 or 3 more, but I'll pause and let you.
Oh yeah, we'll rotate. Wait, so did you buy NEO or no?
Oh, okay. So I did not buy NEO. What I did buy was I bought Nikola, Nikla, Nikola. I bought that. And how are we doing? Up modestly. I think I just bought it 2 days ago. We're up like 7%. So the last 24 hours was good because before that, not so great. But Nikola. It's not something I think I'll stay in long term. Some of the analysts are saying that they have a business plan, not a real company. They are. What do you say, Chancellor? They have a business plan, not a real company, but they're taking deposits for their electric trucks, and I guess they're trying to be Tesla's competition. So, yeah.
I like their vehicles. I like the look of them, but I'm gonna wait till they put something on the market.
That's what everyone's saying. It's quite interesting for someone with no real product. Their market cap is 20 billion, so that's quite interesting. Yeah, the owner seems to have a lot of charisma and a lot of controversy about him too. So maybe he's just out there inspiring people and selling people dreams. Who knows? We'll find out very soon.
Remember Hertz?
Huh?
And DeLorean. Hertz and DeLorean. Remember those two?
Hertz and DeLorean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what we're seeing with the spike of Tesla is people feeling like they don't want to miss that next wave. So once again, speculation is just driving the market crazy right now, right? Like I feel like that, right? Even I'm like, well, it's only $15 right now for like NEO, right? Like if I bought it at 7, I'd be my money, right? So I think it's gonna keep happening for a while, honestly, until they, just like Tesla. Tesla was the same thing. They were,
Yes.
you order the car. Elon Musk was selling it, and they finally made them. Didn't make any money for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Stock kept going up, so it's kind of like, what do you do, right? I think at the end of the day, you just have to look at your risk, your portfolio, and what your goals are. If you're a long-term guy, maybe. If not, or it's a tough, not tough, but it's definitely a tricky game. But if you want to ride the speculation wave, I definitely ride Nikola and NEO for a little bit longer.
Did anybody else buy NEO? Well, I did not buy that, not yet.
I actually bought a NEO call on option. So, I don't know if you guys have got the text, but we started up the stock talk game on Investopedia. And I bought a call on NEO and made some money on that. I think I made like $100 or $200 or $2 on a call. So yeah, technically I did in the game, but I think I actually traded it in real life too and made some money too. So back to medical stocks. Another one that I've just been seeing go crazy over the last few days is Livongo. They're like a telemedicine company, and I think their ticker is LVGO, Livongo Health. They're up 11% today. I know I was looking at them like when they first started making their clients, they were like at $80, $89, or $70. They've been going up like at least 5% a day since Monday. They really, if you guys take a look at that, they may be past their peak though, but Monday, I thought that was Tuesday, I thought today, and it keeps going up. So, that's something I'm going to look into. I'm at least play it in the game and just see how it continues to move. And if I get to a point where I feel like it's a stock that I personally want to put my money into, then I'll make that decision. Um, anybody else want to chime in? What a hit or a miss lately in terms of a stock play?
I have a miss for you.
Hey, what's up, Shell?
What's going on, man? I really thought that Johnson & Johnson was going to shoot up because they were working on the vaccine, and that thing went down for me, brother.
Yeah.
Not like super down, but I don't know. I was expecting it to have something similar to, is it Moderna? When I bought that, it was at like 40 or 30 something even, and it like shot up as soon as they started working on the vaccine. So I was thinking the same for Johnson & Johnson, but have definitely not had the same luck.
Yeah, yes. Same thing with I think AstraZeneca for me. I tried to play a call on them because they were supposedly, had funding to get the, to work on the vaccine, and it didn't work out for me. Didn't move like I wanted it to. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen. Jay, you got another play?
Yeah. What was another stock that I was looking into is called Neoleukin Therapeutics. Neoleukin Therapeutics. So with them, like I was saying earlier, with how are some of these stocks? I mean, as far as the COVID related stuff, right? So it's a pharmaceutical company that's Seattle based. I'm really big on cash. So right now they say they have $139 million cash, and it said it should last them all the way through like 2022. And so what they're designing, they said, is some proteins, and their models is to to treat. It says immunological disorders. So I was like, okay, sounds like the immune system, because clearly, you gotta keep that healthy. And they're trading. They closed today at $12.93, but their high was a couple weeks ago, which was like $18.13. So, I think that's a pretty good play if you want to short term that stock. And their tag is in NLTX. Yeah, so
Can you see my screen, Jay? Is it showing up as a screen share?
yeah. I can see it.
Okay.
Can everybody else see it though?
Can everybody see my screen on the screen share?
Yes.
Like it.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
This is obviously, one of the reasons, I wanted to get the game. Even for, us who have been, talking about it, I wanted to kind of like obviously get more things in play, share ideas, see what we're doing. I think I'm probably the only person that's been trading on the app. So, on the game. I think Dayton's gotten in there. But as you guys can see, I just wanted to show, the difference in my stock portfolio and kind of how that's doing. So you guys see I have Sereno Therapeutics, like I mentioned. I bought it at $6. It's at $7 now. And remember, the game, we started with $1,000. So, started $1,000 on Monday. I'm up almost 1,500 right now. So I've made almost $500 this week. My return, I guess, on my portfolio was 936,000%, which is crazy. But LiveX Media is another stock. Polar Power. I don't know if you guys have, if you guys are in the EV space right now. IIPR. They're a real estate investment trust group that holds a lot of real estate for cannabis, for like cannabis businesses. And then Shell. So I know you guys are talking about Nikola, Neo. Shell is basically like a holding company for another EV kind of electronic vehicle company called Hyperion. They're like an electric trucking company, so they're trying to get into the space of trucking, but for electric vehicles. But you see, overall, my portfolio, I spent about $300 on some of these stocks, I'm up about $22. You see, I'm up about 7.42%. You go down to some of my options. I won't go over all the options. I have Pfizer, I have Plug, I played a Walmart option. I got into the SpaceX option because they're doing a launch, I think, this Saturday. But you see, I put up about 1,000. I have about $1,000 in options here. But I'm up $200 today, right? Or total so far. This isn't counting the options that I sold and, you know, made the $500 on. So you see I'm up 20% there. And then I shorted Blink. I don't know if anybody's been tracking Blink. They're like a charging company. They have like the charging stations for the electric EV vehicles. So as you see, I'm really just playing a lot of the EV wave right now. And, you know, that's how I'm performing, you know, given this week and just trying to ride this speculation wave. So if anybody thinks they can do better, I'm accepting all challengers. Right? Anybody think they can show me up, I'd welcome it. So, you know, go from there. Any questions on my portfolio or anything like that? You know, where I'm at, why I chose anything else on there?
Is the game real money or is it
Fake? Yeah,
okay?
Fake, big fake. Yeah.
Fake money.
And you know, some people don't want to be in it for real, right? But I kind of use these games and these strategies to learn, you know, to understand how the market moves, you know, how different how different industries move, and you know that's one of the things that I use for these stock games. Test options for me. It's really been trying to test options out and really find out what the best play is on the options. It's a little bit riskier, but as you see, the return is a little bit higher. So I'm just kind of still testing options. What I'm seeing in one of the Slack channels that I'm in is a lot of people are doing out of the money calls. They're basically, projecting that the stock's going to jump quickly, and they're capitalizing on that right there. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what I had in terms of the game. And then also mentioning the Slack channel. So we're starting a Stock Talk Slack channel. It's going to be under our entrepreneurial group, But so during the week, if you guys got some plays, I'll start to post some things that I'm looking at on there to help out, have conversations. If you guys know of articles or let's keep it interactive. I know Emeka, you said that last time, right? You missed all those plays last time, so I'm trying to give it to you every day, brother.
I just joined the game.
Awesome.
There's no app, right?
No, that's the only thing about Investopedia. They don't have an app. There's some other games that have apps, but they're not as robust. I'm finding out. I think because you need so much data to process the market, and how things move, and especially if you want to trade options and shorts, you kind of almost have to have like a browser. That's just what I've seen so far in just my research. A lot of the stock games, at least the good ones, robust ones, are all like browsers. But if anybody knows of a good app game that we can all get on, we can definitely run it back. But yeah, the goal is just every month, we can run a game. And as we mentioned, the prizes, I'll pay for your first month on the Slack channel that I'm a part of, the Todd Capital group there. So once again, I'll just share my screen again. Let me know if you guys can see it. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
The computer, we don't see.
All
We
in
see
my.
Slack.
We got to get you an iPhone, brother.
Oh man, come on, man. I know, right? Team Android over here. But
So first off, as I mentioned, this is our B.E.L.L Group Slack channel. So if you guys get in here, we have our Stock Talk channel. So we'll be posting links for the calls, and also
Hi, my sister
just
said hi.
hey,
Vanessa said hi.
what up? And then the Todd Capital channel, like I was mentioning. So this is where I've been getting a lot of my plays for, and that's why I'm offering just a free month. Now I'm just trying to encourage people to just get in, get your feet wet. Um, but as you see, I'm getting a lot of my plays from here out of the channel. People are posting their option calls. It's specifically mainly for options, but I kind of just observed for a while. But you see, they're calling out. People are making 300% profit on their calls, 120, 400%. You hear if you see here. They're calling out calls at different levels. If you feel comfortable putting in $100, some of these calls are 70 cents calls, which are $70. This SpaceX call was a $50 call, and if you saw on my on the game Investopedia, I'm already up on that there. Moderna went up today. Just some different things. So that's what we're trying to push towards, being more interactive. Obviously the talking is good, but we definitely want to make sure you guys are, growing capital. That's why we're all in the stock game for, right? to get some money. All right. Shell, you got any other plays you wanna shout out, man? Anything else you've been playing?
Well, I want to see what everybody else feel about 3MM. I just put it into the chat. It was something I've been looking at for a while because, when the quarantine first broke and everybody was rushing to get the N95 mask. So I was like, ooh, 3MM, that would be a good stock to jump on, but I waited too long. And I don't know. I kind of feel like it's too high now, and I feel like eventually it's going to come down because it's not going to continue to be this demand for, like, masks, or maybe there will be. I don't know. So I was just wondering what other people's thoughts was on that.
3MM, like that's like the company that does like the reflector stickers and stuff like that too.
That's the company that develops the N95 mask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're the ones who developed the N95s, and N95s are the only mask, or not the only mask, but those are the main masks that people are have access to that actually work in terms of the virus and not contracting the virus and things of that nature. They say like regular masks only work up to a point.
I think for me, go ahead. Was that you, Larice?
Yeah, I said that's the ones that the doctors in the hospital use when they have them. The 3M, that mask.
Exactly.
I think for me, my first thing would be like, do you think what's going on is short term or long term, right? Because I feel like if it did go up, I'm not looking at the stock price at all, but if it did go up, I feel like it probably already hit its speculation increase.
Exactly.
And now it's, what I mean? So unless there's more news that, we're looking at more something, right, where there's going to be a need for more masks, it might have hit its peak. That's my personal, just talking mask, right? Like, it may, when it first hit, there's going to be an increase. So you're like, let me jump on it because they're going to get business. But then after that first wave, it's like, how much more mask business can they get?
And it's been super volatile too, because like at one point when the quarantine first hit, it was like in the hundreds, low hundreds, like maybe 105, 110. And then the quarantine hit and it like shot up at one point to like 180. And then I looked like this week or last week and it went down 15 and it was at like 160. And it's just like, I don't like that volatility, me personally. That's why I don't mess with, Bitcoin and things of that nature.
Well, they're talking about sending the students back to school with masks, that they have to wear them all day long. So I don't think that that it's going to go away or that the need will subside anytime soon.
I hear you. That's true as well.
So one thing though, even with the students, they're going away from N95 masks and they're recommending cotton masks because an N95 mask does not actually protect you from a virus. So all they're looking at trying to do is prevent you from shedding your droplets and giving whatever you have to somebody else. As I'm spitting on my keyboard, but it's mine. So I think when I pulled up 3M's 5-year chart, you know, they've been as high as $258 back in January of 18. So, I mean, is there space for them to grow? Sure. I think when the second wave hits, if the second wave is worse than the first wave, it's not just masks. It's also going to be the medical gowns and the gear, the gloves. They make all of that stuff. They're like Dow Chemical. They make everything. Little rubber booties and the hair. I mean, so I think it's possible. You know, how much risk are you willing to incur? I mean, they are high at 151 right now.
Great points. Great points. Yeah, it's too much volatility for me. I don't know if I'm willing to take the risk. You're right. I'm kind of a scaredy cat, man. I usually invest in stocks that have little volatility and that, you know, have slow growth, but for show growth, you know?
Sure.
So I don't know, man. You definitely made some valid points.
Okay. What about some of our ladies on here? Larissa has spoken up. Any
I was
chime in?
gonna say that the whole stock market is volatile right now. It's going up and down every day depending on what Donald Trump says or what he does. So I mean, if you're looking for something to be stable, I don't think you're gonna get it within the next year until he gets out of office, if he gets out of office.
And they're saying that we have more volatility actually coming in the upcoming months as well.
That's what I mean. So,
but I feel like certain stocks though are like more though volatile than others. You know what I mean? You're right. The whole market as a whole right now
more
has a certain level of volatility.
Any of our other ladies want to chime in? Taylor, I think you were like one of the first ones on the call. You got any thoughts, questions, comments, concern? I see Sheila, Chineri. Let's get some input from you guys. Don't all jump.
So I know for me, this is all still new. It's a lot to learn. I have to get into that game just to get my feet wet. One of my friends who is like all into stock is kind of who I use. I know one of the stocks that he was telling me about was Genius, G-N-U-S. They do like interactive educational children's programs. So I've been looking at one of those because I think that he says that they're almost comparative to like Disney or something like that. So I'm just starting to get in it, want to play the game to get a little bit more familiarity with stock. Because I mean, when you start investing your money, you have to be willing to lose it because you never know what can happen in the market. And I think that until election is over, it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. I mean, with the president that we have, and then the coronavirus and everything else, and any other virus that may pop up, you're just going to have to play the risk.
There you go. There we go. Thank you for the insight there. And yeah, definitely use the game to just try, you know, and you know, I always tell people if you're starting off, I think just the common adage, I took it from Shell, really. I think Shell, you gave a really good example of just buying products that you know. Just start with, you know, things that you know. It's a great way to just know like who owns who, right? I think once you kind of get in the stock, and sometimes you realize that the business world and who owns who is a lot smaller than you think too.
Correct.
So it's not only just, you know, for a financial gain, just for like a mental gain and understanding American business is also just the advantage of just starting to get in the stock and learning about who owns what and how things move and things like that. And you start to hear stories on the news and you're like, oh, that's crap, because I've been, you know, tracking this stock and I know what it really is, you know, and things like that. So what about Taylor? Taylor, you got any questions, comments, concerns? Or...
Hey, I'm just here listening, taking it all in. After every call, I just try to do the research and stuff. So I got my travel stocks and the tech stocks. So after this call, I have to look up my med stocks. So I appreciate all you guys, and I'm just learning.
What are you actually buying them? You're trading right now?
Yeah, I mean, I bought them. I haven't traded them.
Oh, okay, you got them. Yeah. You
But
don't
I
trade
got
until
them.
you sell.
Right, exactly. So I'm just kind of like holding on to my airline stocks, my Norwegian cruise line, Carnival and stuff, but none of those are med. So that's why I'm a little quiet over here.
Are you mad at us, or are you cool? Have you played some of them and it's working out, or is it, how's it looking?
Oh, I mean, it's definitely working out. I mean,
Okay.
I haven't invested that much, but I'm up $58. So I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Okay,
This
there
is
you
cool.
go. Perfect. That's
So,
exactly
Nice.
I'm
great.
getting my feet wet, and it's not bad. I like it, so I'm ready to go big.
Oh, love it. There we go. That's what we needed to hear. So, yeah, and participate. Let's see you on the game too, and make your plays and go from there. Let's keep making this money.
Definitely. Let me download the game.
Yeah, well, it's on the browser. You gotta click in from your web browser or from the computer, but it's not
Okay.
that hard. But yeah, we have who else? We have Dr. Brian Hayes. Mr. Hayes, how you doing? It's a good name right there, Brian. We're gonna I'm calling this a smaller group so we can
Thanks.
get
No, I'm
comfortable.
sorry about that. I had to unmute. I had to switch back to that. I'm good. Haven't bought anything. I bought like a large quantity a while ago, so I'm waiting for things to kind of upturn. But I haven't. I promised myself I wouldn't put more than a certain amount in, and
You got there
so
quick,
so
huh?
I'll just play with this and see what happens. If I make some on it, then I do. If I don't, then I won't. But I haven't bought anything recent because I had already maxed myself out a while ago.
Oh, okay, that's good. I love to hear that you say you went in with a goal, with a plan, and you sticking to it. So that's always a positive there. What's a stock or something that you have your eye on? Anything that you've had your eye on, or you personally like to try and stray away from?
No, because like you were talking about the game, I just remember yesterday. I said, "Oh yeah, I need to join." So I jumped in yesterday and traded some options on some stuff. So that's why you haven't seen anything because I waited like a week for them to expire. So I won't know. But
Okay.
it's more of what I had mentioned before. Just I know I went in on Peloton because I saw they've been steadily growing. I'm
I
trying
like
to remember who
Peloton.
else. What else I did? I can't remember the other one. I did two. I tried $1,000 isn't that much for an option, so I tried to like look at like some Teslas or something like that just to kind of play with, but didn't have enough money in there to call any options on those. But I can't think of it. So I can't do any medical stuff because my wife works for the FDA, so I can't do any of that stuff. So I have to ask her, I'm like, can I do this? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, so I can't
Hey,
do anything.
look, if something slips into the chat or something, in this and anonymously, I think we'll be fine. Everyone's Scout's honor.
We're black. The feds will be on us.
I know, right? You already know they watching us. They like, what they all these? They over here talking too much stock, too much progressiveness. We got to see what's going on over there.
Yeah,
But,
but if I do have anything, I'll let you know. It's hard to have any insights into anything. It's just so much going on. Like you said, so much volatility, and I was hoping maybe like I saw Lululemon had bought Mirror, and I see Under Armour was selling off Map My Run and I don't know what they're doing. So I was trying to look at a lot of the athletic stocks and trying to figure out if I could pick something up there, but I don't think anyone knows what they're doing there.
No. I like the Lululemon play. They've been really strong through the the pandemic, yeah, and then buying the equipment company, the fitness in-home company. a quick note about the game too, you guys. If you join the game, you're not gonna immediately. It takes like a day. It's weird, right? So if you clicked and joined today, you wouldn't show up on the rankings list until tomorrow. So that's the one of the little things about the app too. So you're not gonna see your updated portfolio until the next day. It's not like real time. That's a comment there. Who else we have out here on the chat? We can call on. I think it was Zach. You came in late. What's going on with you, brother?
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, so like I've just been listening, like not buying anything, but in a way I'm kind of actually I could say I bought one thing because I just got hired at a place, and
Oh,
so
nice.
they have a stock plan, and I honestly think that this company will do really well, not just because I work there. Yeah, it's called Service Now. You can look up like Now stock.
Ooh. Oh yeah, great company.
Yeah, I think it's going to be doing really well in the future. It's actually like one of the few companies that stock went up that I seen personally. I'm sure a lot of them did go up, but that I seen personally go up during the pandemic because a lot of companies were able to use the software that we make to send their workforce remote. And if you think about how effective that the software is, like the company before I was hired, because we ourselves run the software, it took about 1 or 2 days for us to send all 11,000 plus employees to work from home with just like that. It was just nothing, because the way that the whole platform and the software works to help your employees to work from wherever, basically it digitizes and automates your workflow. Like, so all the common tasks that you do, you like program the platform to automate it, and then it helps you do your job faster and easier from anywhere.
That's great.
So I was like, yeah, I'm like definitely maxing out the employee stock plan on that.
Man, are they giving you like a discounted rate too? Do you get like a preferred share rate or no?
It was like 2 parts. It was like part of the compensation plan as one part, and then the other part for the stock plan is like a percentage off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, ServiceNow and Shopify are 2 stocks that I always just see going up, and I'm always like, nah, I gotta wait. I think Shopify is like at 1,000. ServiceNow is up there too. It's a couple hundred, right? So
we hit like 25 today, I think.
yeah, and I remember when it was like 100. I remember they were like 100 or 2 or 3, and now and I think that's definitely going to be one of those stocks where you look at and it gets to 1,000. You're like, man, I should just got it at 400. Like it was 400, but it got to 1,000 in less than a year, right? So,
yeah.
I feel like that's what's going to happen there. Especially given what you said and just kind of what my brief knowledge of the company. What about you? Who we have? Aaron? Aaron, you gonna chime in?
Yeah. So I've been kind of looking into a couple companies for like the past couple weeks now. I've been looking at it's an energy company called Plug Power. So
oh yeah,
it's doing pretty good. Because I'm kind of looking at their numbers for like the month, and it's been kind of steadily going up little by little. And then there's another company was a clothing company, Gap.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, for them, I've been watching them for the past couple of weeks, and I think they made a deal with I think it was with Yeezy.
Kanye.
Yeah. Yep. So I seen that. So I did a little more research on that, and I saw how that could potentially hurt Adidas, because since they made an agreement with Kanye, so that can kind of potentially help out Gap a lot, even though their numbers aren't doing so well. But from what I'm learning, it's still pretty good. It's still okay to get some stocks. Even if they're trending down. From what I'm learning, it's still good to buy them when they're down, because potentially they can have a chance to go up. And seeing what Gap's doing for the past like couple weeks or so with this type of big move that it was doing, I think that kind of helped them out. So in the long term, so for me, I'm just kind of looking things in the long term rather than the short term.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, again, for me, I'm still learning this whole thing. So I think the only one I bought so far was probably Gap. So yeah, because I'm kind of just seeing things on the long term for them, and I can see potentially them trending upwards.
Yeah, that's a good look. Yeah, I know they jumped up and then they kind of went back down after that announcement.
I seen that. Yeah. But yeah.
They made some money though on that and on some options in the group though. The people, if you got in and got out. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're about done. Any last minute comments and thoughts from the group before me and Jaden say our final words?
I'll speak. You asked for women to speak, so I'll speak on behalf of one. My sister was just in here.
Okay.
From, all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. Chinyere was here.
Okay. Tell her my apologies.
Oh, no worries. I think she had to put her children to sleep. But she's the one, like, we started this together. I think we're in about 3 months, and she was all about pharmaceutical and taking advantage of COVID. So you asked what I got in or and I couldn't remember them, but now I remember one of the first stocks I bought was Inovio.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. I've ignored it. Well, not ignored it, but looked at it because the first 2 months it wasn't. But the last week has been quite exciting. I think Inovio went up to a 52-week high of $33. It's only at 23 now, but we're still definitely in the positive. And then Trevina is like amazing. That's the one that I was telling the group. I think she made over 2,000. I sold my first stock because I sold my Trevina and did quite well. I sold my Trevina I think like 5 days ago. So. And I think the high that I sold it at is just below that. So the 52-week high where I sold is still like right around there. I think I've been wanting to lament if it ever went up to $3 or $4 or $5, but I think I'm satisfied with what we've done. So those are 2 pharmaceutical stocks that everyone can look at.
Awesome.
Did we talk about the entertainment industry yet?
We did. Yeah, that was the last talk, right, Jay? That was last talk. I mean, shoot us. What's your input, Miss Maynard?
Okay. Well, I'm not sure you know, but there is a brand new black cable network, which is called Urban Movie Channel, which is UMC.
Oh.
That's out, and they are in partnership, I should say, or sister of AMC.
Oh.
And so that might be something to look in. Last week I did have the stats on it, but I didn't look it up today to see how things are going. And a lot of the other cable networks are carrying the movies that they have, but it's an all-black channel that you should know about. Urban Movie Channel.
Urban Movie Channel. Okay. All right. Like y'all look, I couldn't see the ticker. I just tried to go, but yeah, we'll find. Oh yeah, there you go. Thanks, Emeka, for putting those black-owned stocks. I was just gonna mention those. They made a good push for Blackout Tuesday. It was actually the day before when they really did a good push on Monday. A lot of those stocks were up like 10%, 20%. Almost all the ones you listed there were all up. Doing well on Monday, Tuesday, and then they kind of took a hit again, but. I'm holding. I got in. I feel like that's a part of my contribution, right? So I think I'm down probably $100 on all of the black-owned stocks I own. I think I have one BYFC there, and I think I have Carver, but it's more of a social. I'm contributing to the cause, so and I'm just gonna hold that and.
What do you think about
Jay,
like black banks? Do you think well, I guess there's not too many of those public traded, but my other thought was what did you think about Warren Buffett making a big move into oil pipelines? I thought that was very interesting. It seems like pipeline people are nervous, and he made a big move. Yeah, I saw that. I had any thoughts about that?
for me, I'm always chiming in, right? I was definitely on that. They bought what Dominion was the company. Um, yeah, that was very interesting to me too. As especially when you see on one side we have the market being driven a lot by these EV companies, right? Electronic vehicles, but then you see Warren Buffett buying natural gas oil companies. So he maybe knows something we don't know. Obviously, I think we're always going to rely on our fossil fuels, and I think I assume a part of what happened, I was reading on that company, they were in partnership with another oil company to do a new like transatlantic line that was like gonna lose them a lot of money. It was gonna take a lot of capital, and they weren't sure how long they were gonna recoup that. I think he saw that as an opportunity to just swoop in, on them. I think they had a lot of debt. So actually, he bought it for 4 million or something, 4.7 billion. But they had, if you read the details, they had like $5 billion in debt. So he really bought their debt out. So I see the same thing happening with like commercial real estate, actually, right? If I want to liken it to something, I feel like we're going to see a lot of commercial real estate hit the market. Obviously, COVID, small businesses not coming back, even some of the bigger businesses like Soup Plantation, and some of these other businesses not coming back. So I think there's going to be opportunities for people to come in and swoop up commercial real estate. And if you're savvy enough, you'll do what you need to do. And I think Warren Buffett is that type of guy. I think it's just one of those moves. You capitalize on debt and the distressed industries. So that's my opinion. So hit you with a double whammy right there. So yeah, so we'll wrap up once again. The stock talk game on Investopedia. I know it's not the most user friendly, but for you guys that are just starting, from you guys a little more seasoned, join it. I'm calling all challengers. If anybody thinks they got more stock savvy than me, then you don't even got to put your money where your mouth is. Just put your intellect on the board. Let's share the knowledge. Access the Slack channel. I know it's another app if you don't have it, but from my use of it, it's been really good. Allows you a lot of opportunity. Also check out that Todd Capital group. I'll put the link to it in the Slack channel if you guys are interested in signing up. It's $20 a month. The way I look at it is, like I said, I just made I think like $300 today on a call, right? So for me, it pays for itself. And they have different levels of calls, right? So like you mentioned, Brian, you had $1,000. So, they have calls at all levels. So you could have chopped that up into 3 or 4 different plays, and kind of made it stretch a little bit longer. So just my personal, thoughts on that. But, I've been trading a little bit longer and, okay with the risk. But remember, the winner's going to get a prize. I'll pay for your first month to access that Slack channel. If you want to gift it to somebody or whatever, that's fine too. Yeah, let's make some money. Let's keep the tribal knowledge going, and go from there.
I have a quick question. For the calls you've done, are most of them short term, like within a week or something like that, or have you done much longer, like a month or?
So I've been trying to do month long. I've been trying to do I've been fooling around with earnings. I've been trying to play calls, play my options around earnings, which I know isn't the best strategy you can read, but I've been just trying to see for example, I've been holding on to this company called Acuity. They do lighting. They do LED lighting, commercial lighting. I think they have their earnings call I think they just had it, but I did a call for next month though, right? So I'm trying to catch it before the dip, catch the increase maybe somewhere along the way, and then maybe catch a second wave. So I'm trying some things out. But what I've seen that's been successful in the Thai Capital Group, they're playing 2-week options. They're picking stocks that are 2 weeks out. Sometimes the week of, actually, they're doing plays the week of and just riding the speculation wave, especially on really volatile stocks like the Neos and the Nikolas right now. The stocks that swing pretty good. That's where I'm seeing a lot of money being made. Walmart, for example. I know Walmart. That was a big one, right? You guys all know about the Walmart announcement.
What is it?
they're kind of doing, if correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but they're kind of offering like a Prime service, like an Amazon Prime service, where you can subscribe for, I think it's like $100, and you can get like free 2-day shipping for like a year. Is that right? Did anybody else catch that Walmart news?
No, that was my first time hearing about that.
No,
Taking
yeah,
that.
sounds about right. No, that sounds right. It said they were competing. I didn't see the details, but yeah, they're competing with Amazon with deliveries, but I didn't see the details.
So in that group, like I said, they're doing all the work for you. So they're in that group. They put out somebody was like, hey, check this out. Walmart's about to announce this new subscription plan, and boom, it hit. Somebody, it was a week, I think it was the week of, and it hit. So I'm seeing it, especially right now in the market, I'm seeing a lot of those quick options, really being beneficial. But traditionally, though, it's usually those longer holds, right? It's those year-out options, and you kind of just wait and go from there. But lately, I've been seeing week-long, 2-week, options really work right now.
Brian,
Yes.
I was talking to Alfreda Anderson. Do you remember her? She was part of NSBE.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she's actually a stockbroker or investment advisor. And I invited her to join the group, but she couldn't make it today, so she wants to do it next week.
Oh, perfect. Oh, y'all hear that, y'all? We're gonna have a seasoned advisor on the call next week, or in 2 weeks.
And she told me she bought that Shopify you were talking about for what, $100 up to $1,000 today.
Yep. Oh yeah. Silly. And I think it's all been within like a year and a half, maybe, or something.
1 year.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen that the other day.
I told her about it, and she's definitely interested in joining.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, definitely, guys, invite people. If you have the link to the game, just send it out to people. It doesn't have to come directly to us. Let's keep, like I said, the tribal knowledge going. We'll get back on in 2 weeks, more than likely. We're in some discussions. We may take the stock talk calls like once a month, and then just focus on trying to be more consistent on the Slack channel as well. But stay tuned for that. We may do another one this month, and then next month just go to a month. But yeah, I encourage you to join the channel. Just share some knowledge, your plays, articles, strategies. Even if you got a referral link, right? Put that on there and get free stock, right? Somebody helps there. I want everybody to win. Let's all share the knowledge and make some money.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you for your time. Stay safe, be blessed, all that good stuff. Buy black. Go for it.
Thank
all right, y'all.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, bro.
No problem, y'all. No problem. Holla at me. You guys can text me, reach out however you can. All right.
All right, man.
All right, later.
Good night, y'all.
Later.